YouTube, Baba here with a brand new video review, and I am easily going to say that this is the greatest 2-pack ever. This is amazing. This is quite possibly the best, or the best 2-pack ever released in Marvel Universe and in toy history. Seriously, this is so cool. Let's just bring this back and talk about the packaging before we actually start talking about the awesomeness of this pack. Now, it is a Marvel comic 2-pack, so you get a pretty big card back with a picture of both figures. Some of the other things, which I actually do want to get these two figures. I can't find them anywhere. We got a bio, and it does come with a comic, which I do have. I did misplace, the last time I did this, I did misplace the comic, but yeah, pretty cool comic. I like it. It's just a reprint, but I really did like the comic. And then on the back we have the advertisement for some Marvel Universe figures. I wish they would update this, because I mean that's like these are like Wave 1 figures, and then this is Galactus a while back. So I wish they would kind of update this with a Sentinel or something else. But really nice comic. Now the packaging bio is as follows. And by the way, there are no pictures in this video, because the detailing is really simple on these figures, and my mom needed the camera, and, well, it's her camera. Bullseye. Wow. Bullseye. Why did I say bullshot? I'm sorry. Alright. Bullseye challenge Daredevil to an epic battle beneath the big top. The audience takes hostage by masked henchmen and forced to watch the nimble hero focus the oh my god. Okay, seriously? What is that one? What word has an A with a C and an ING in it? What? Whatever. Bullseye and his Barzard improved weapons. The stage is set. Who will come out on top in this center ring battle? Wow, what is that word? M-E-N-A-C-I-N-G. What? Whatever. That aside, this is such an awesome 2-pack. Now, since we have two figures to talk about, not as much rambling, but this will be long. So let's talk about Bullseye, because he's really the new figure in the set. I don't think they've ever really released a Bullseye before. And if I calls him Bullshot or something, I apologize, because I don't know why. I don't know why I'm doing it. But, yeah. This figure is amazing. Detailing, pretty simple. He just has some black stripes. White paint, which is actually done pretty well on this figure, except for the head. It's a little sloppy on mine. The belt is connected to the holster on the thigh, which may make you think that this hinders articulation, but it's a soft plastic, and if you need to rotate, there's enough clamps for you to rotate right there, so you get enough movement right there. But the belt has some nice detailing, a couple molded pockets and some holsters, and then his boots have some black lines and white paint. So not too much in the detail. It's simple, but it's effective. It works. Now, accessories, he does come with a small gun, which he can hold, and really either hand. They're kind of both sculpted to hold a gun. But what I like is he has a holster for it. And then he does come with a small knife. This is like something out of Naruto. How do I know that when I'm not a Naruto fan? But whatever. He can hold it in either hand. It's a little loose, so you know he could easily drop it. Okay, never mind. So, but he can drop it sometimes. But this is what impresses me. This little pocket right there can hold the knife. Doesn't go in all the way, but that is so cool. And the articulation is just so that he can kinda grab it, I guess. Kinda. Hold up. There we go. He dislocated his arm, but he did it. So he could kinda grab it. Kinda. But it's pretty awesome. I really like that. They're just soft, squishy plastic, so be careful not to lose those, but that's just awesome. Although he can kind of realistically grab his gun. Now, what really makes this figure is the articulation, because the articulation on this figure is so cool. So, yeah, he has a ball-jointed head with a cut and swivel. You heard that right. He has slight rotation, which makes me think the connection's on a ball joint, but a cut joint that allows him to look up and down. And yes, I love when they do this. Good articulation, and characters that fly like Iron Man can now look up. So, Marvel Universe, make more Iron Man figures with this. So cool. Now, he does have a swivel joint due to the way it connects, and again, I think it's a ball joint because he gets some tilt right there. Shoulders are cut. Words. Why no work? Cut swivel, so they just go in and out and rotate. A bicep swivel, elbow, wrist articulation, a ball jointed torso, a waist, which kind of works, but it's a little restricted by the way the belt is. The hips on full ball joints, and unlike the other ball joints I've dealt with in this line, these two work really well. A thigh swivel, which again, there's enough clearance due to the way this is wrapped around the figure to allow for that to be used. And then double jointed knees, a cut above the boot, sorry, that was off frame, double joint knee, boots, and then this is cool, ankle, and then the way this works, you can get your movement, so if you got a wide leg kind of stance, you can move it right here, but then you have a really nice rocker, and an epic tilt for the wide-legged stance, which is awesome. I mean, look at that tilt. That is so cool. And he does have the pegs in the feet. So you can get this guy in a number of awesome poses. And then I just like posing him with his gun right here, kind of shooting it to the side, and having his knife right there ready to just... I don't know. I've had some Red Bull today, guys. I've had a long day. I got the week off of school. And then I drank some Red Bull, so, you know, a little crazy right now. But the articulation on this figure is just so gorgeous. I mean, you can get some really awesome poses with this guy. And, you know, I'm just going to mess with the figure a little because I really like the figure. But, yeah, this is just such a amazing figure. I have very few complaints about this character right here. I mean, figure. I know nothing about Bullseye, but I just really like the figure. Now I'm going to put him aside and talk about the real reason I bought this. Daredevil. And if I call him Deadpool, I apologize. Their names start with D, and they both have red costumes. Cut me some slack, people. Stay. That beats stick. Stay. That beats stick. This figure right here is gorgeous. He has some really nice shading on the legs, on the chest, the arms, the back, all over the figure. There is a really nice use of black shading. And the head is really nice. I like that head sculpt. He's got the red eyes, the horns. He has the 2Ds on it. He's got the double Ds on his shoulder, on his chest. Oh my god, that's funny. I just thought of that. See, this is what happens when I drink Red Bull. I act like I'm high, but whatever. So he has 2Ds on his chest. And that's really it for detail. And same thing with the belt here. The belt strap is sculpted in a way that, well, attached in a way that you still get the thigh swivel, and you can still use the articulation because it's a soft, squishy plastic, which I like. Now, the articulation on this figure is downright fantastic. Same thing as that figure. He has a ball joint head connected to a cut and swivel, so he can get his jumping kind of looking up poses, and then he gets his left and rights, up and then, you know, up and down, so he can kind of do this. Find that amusing. He has a cut swivel for the shoulders to go up and down, forward, backwards, out, in and out, bicep swivel, elbow, wrist, ball joint torso. He has a waist joint, which is a little restricted by the belt. Ball jointed hips, which work really well. A lot of times with ball joint hips on these figures, I have trouble using them, but whatever. He also has a cut above the thigh, and again, it works with the way this is designed. And then he has double joint knees, the cut swivel right above the boot, and then same thing with the ankles. He does have a rocker, and then a awesome tilt. So you can get some really wide-legged stance with this figure. Just let me get him in a cool pose while I talk about it. This figure is such an awesome figure. I mean, this is so cool. This is one of the best Marvel Universe figures I have seen. And, I mean, its articulation is almost perfect. I mean, can it be improved? A little bit. I mean, I've seen Marvel Universe figures with, and a few G.I. Joe figures with a joint that lets it move, the wrist to move inwards and outwards. And that's just something I want to bring up because I actually did pick up a Snake Eye figure that had that. So I want to bring that up. And with some characters, I think, like, with this guy, that would do well some expression with his hands, because he uses his hands to kill things and comes with some hand-based weaponry, and you know what I'm talking about. It would help with the expression of him using a gun or a knife. And I'm just bringing this up because, again, I bought a Snake Eyes figure that had this articulation. I was playing with it. But, yeah, but besides that, I mean, this figure is superb. I mean, the articulation is top-notch. I mean, some people are going to complain, like, with the Amazing Spider-Man, and we had double jointed elbows. Like, I really don't care. Like a good, like, this is an awesome elbow, so I'm not worried about that. But some people are going to complain about it. I don't know why, because this is possibly one of the best 2-packs ever released. Now, he does have a little bit of trouble standing. He's standing fine now, but he does have a little bit of trouble standing. Okay, yeah, he did fall. So you may want to get a figure stand for him. Now, in terms of accessories, he comes with his beat sticks. And if you have watched my channel, we've seen this before. Because these are the same ones that we used for Mockingbird. And here's the best part. If you don't like the red beat sticks and you prefer the white ones, you can actually give Mockingbird's beat sticks to him because they're the same mold. Now, since they're the same mold, they can combine, as you can see. And, yeah, I wish he came with a bow staff, but that may be asking a little much. Now, his pocket right here can hold one. And you can force 2 of them, but it kind of stresses and stretch out the soft plastic. Like, you know, I'll try and do it. And it really just doesn't work. I mean, I think it's really a big design flaw, and that's really the only big gripe on the figure. Because you can see if I force it, it's gonna... See if I can force it, it's gonna break. But, yeah, it is a shame that he can only really hold one. But, you know, I see it as a legitimate. That is a legitimate gripe with the figure, and it is a shame that, again, he could only hold one, but I do wish he could have held 2, so, kind of take what you will, but this figure does so much on its own, it just makes up for it. I mean, I want to make, a custom piece that somehow will clip onto the ends of these so it can have his string. I don't know how I'll do it, or maybe I'll just have to make completely new beat sticks and then just kind of glue the string there, but I would really want to give him some cool custom weapons. And someone actually made a custom head for this guy. That's him unmasked, and it looks so cool. There are some really talented people out there. But yeah, this figure is just awesome. This is one of the coolest figures. Now, he does have trouble standing, like I mentioned. That's really the only gripe with the figure that I have found, and I just got away with him being in a kneeling kind of pose. So let's see if I can get him in that. Just kind of move it right here, and there you go. He's just kneeling, thinking, ready to fight. Maybe he got punched in the gut and he just needs to breathe, but he's still ready to fight. And then this guy, I really like to pose him like this. If I can just get it here. Very few complaints about this set, besides from Daredevil not being able to store both beat sticks, and I do kind of wish he did come with a bow staff, but I can see why they didn't. But I mean, this is just a superb figure, and if you have not picked up a Daredevil, I highly, highly, highly recommend picking this one up. I mean, you get Bullseye, which I don't know much about, and I don't know if he's really big in the fan community or whatever, so you get a Bullseye, but see what I meant? He doesn't like to hold his knife. But you do get a pretty awesome figure. I mean, this is one, in my opinion, should be in the top 10 Marvel Universe, and I don't know if he is. But I mean, this figure is just amazing. And we're running out of time. Sorry that there's no script in this one, and is just no pictures. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and you can hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys with more reviews. Until then, adios.